Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
It's been 7 years since Typhoon U2 and a new college is rising.
Also tonight, a man they call Dragon asks for bail in Superior Court.
And we look at warm water fishing and cold water fishing.
In sports, Sunday is fun day as the church goes to the links with spectacular results.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Your search for unbeatable internet speeds is over. Visit Docomo Pacific today and sign up for as low as $60 a month so you can experience our fast, reliable internet speeds for yourself. Docomo Pacific, better together.
This is a bag, but for Steve. This bag gives him food cred because now everyone knows that when they have that craving, or they're just looking for the perfect deal, well, they just need to follow Steve.
Follow him all the way to the new McTerry Deluxe at McDonald's. It's an all-beef patty smothered with teriyaki sauce topped with lettuce and tomato on a sesame seed bun. For a limited time, price and participation may vary.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on October 27 from our studio on Capitol Hill.
It was on October 24th, 7 years ago, Friday, that Typhoon U2 struck Saipan, leaving a swath of devastation in its wake. On Friday evening, October the 24th, on the NMC campus, a ribbon is cut for the new PROA Union, and a beacon of hope is illuminated. In a piece of what can only be described as grand theater, on October 24, 2025, in the 45th year of the Northern Marianas College, NMC marks the date of U2 destruction with the construction of a building symbolic of hope.
The one beacon of hope that we could try at least and put in their lives is that NMC is not gone. Because you got to give people hope.
We've worked so hard, like our team, our community, like NMC has worked so hard to get that building up.
Because it's just a reminder that, we can come back from something really destructive.
The determination to be a part of the rebuild.
There's nothing I wouldn't do for the college.
There's no turning back. Because rebuilding NMC is important not just for my family, but for the community as a whole.
There is no storm, disaster, crisis, or anything that will get in the way.
Dr. Galvin De Leon Guerrero.
Temec Temur Polaris. These are the Chamorro and Carolinian and Latin words for the North Star. For thousands of years, the North Star has shined bright in the sky, pointing the way for seafarers across time and space. Tonight, the Northern Marianas College Proa Union will also shine bright as a beacon of hope, showing us all the way forward through these dark times. Just as light from the North Star took over 400 years to reach us, it took 7 long years to bring the light of this building to life. 7 years since Super Typhoon U2, 7 years of planning, pleading, and building, 7 years of anticipation, dogged determination, and plain old hard work. But the light of this student center didn't start just at U2. It started long before that, over 45 years ago, when Governor Carlos Camacho chartered the college, declaring that the future of our young Commonwealth depends on the promise of higher education. It is the light that stretches back even further to a time when our ancestors braved the open ocean, sailed across thousands of miles on the mighty proa, and discovered these islands we call home.
On an emotional evening, the flag of the 45 years of NMC is unfurled, as are the flags of the evolving myriad of nations representing the students and the faculty of our international community.
It's not what it means to me. It's not even what it means to NMC. What it means to our islands. It shows that we can reclaim the narrative. You know, on this date, when Super Typhoon U2 struck, we're reclaiming that date. And it's something that I like to talk a lot about. We don't embrace a narrative of victimhood. We celebrate a narrative of agency, where we will take whatever comes our way and we will find a way through it, and we will find a way to do even better than before. And that's what this means tonight.
Proa Union is slated to officially open for students, faculty, and the community alike sometime in January.
A man who police say goes by the nickname Dragon has been denied bail conditions, at least for now, and will remain in custody. 57-year-old Peter Jr. Manglonia de Leon Guerrero appeared in front of Judge Joseph Camacho in Superior Court this morning. De Leon Guerrero is charged with assault with a dangerous weapon and assault and battery. On August 25th this year, a man told police that he was kidnapped, physically beat, and was hit with a gun and metal object for almost 3 hours by 3 men, a guy named Dragon, Hee Jung Hwang, and Yi Chuan Bai. Police say DPS detective identified De Leon Guerrero as Dragon and is also known as Paduna from previous encounters. Today in court, the defendant's motion to modify bail through third-party custodianship is denied, and he has been remanded back into DOC custody. A status conference is scheduled on February 4.
The CNMI Drug Court program counts their 102nd and 103rd successful program graduates. Drug Court is a program designed for the addicted and convicted to rehabilitate, educate, and inspire rather than the traditional method of punitive incarceration. Judge Teresa Kim Tenorio and Edward Diaz of the CNMI Drug Court program are met by Speaker Edwin Villagomez, Lieutenant Governor Dennis Mendiola, Judges Lillian Tenorio and John and Ramona Manglonia to commemorate the new program graduates, the dismissal of all charges against them, and the commencement of a new day. Graduate Luan Rejas.
To me, commencement is acknowledging the accomplishments that we've made in the program and just utilizing the tools that we've learned while being in the program and receiving treatment.
Luan works full-time for the Commonwealth Utilities Corporation.
Man, honestly, I did it, but with all the support that I've gotten in the program, with all the agencies involved, this is a really great program for everybody. I highly suggest it. It made a difference in my life for the better. So my grandma told me that if she was my wife, she would have left me a long time ago.
Speaker Edwin Villagomez.
I think it's really important because it gives people a second chance. And I've been attending a lot of the graduation ceremonies. I support the program, and it's really nice to see how these individuals were before the program and how they, what they've become after. But again, you know, they call it a graduation ceremony because you completed what you needed to do. But then, like they said, it's also a commencement ceremony because that's where the real test of your recovery really takes place. Because now the life jackets are taken off, the hands are letting go. So But I just hope that with all the resources, all the education, all the tools that they were given during their recovery phase really helps them, and they apply it as they move forward and help inspire others that are going through the same, that are going through the struggles that they went through.
Graduate John Joyner will commence with his work as a peer recovery specialist with the Community Guidance Center.
It happened maybe 6 months or 7 months into recovery, and I was in treatment, and I was talking to my peers, and I saw that, man, they listen to me, so I can use that in a positive way. Maybe I can help the community and change a lot of people's lives. I think the program is great. I think the program is to be in the program, you have to commit a crime. So that's the the unfortunate part of it. But the programs here, direct the participant on ways to stabilize the participant's life, get in recovery, and get their life back together. So I think the program's great. I've always been a leader, and unfortunately, I was also a leader when it came to the bad stuff, right, in the drug world. So I'm glad that I have this opportunity.
So nice.
A man is lost and the same man is found. According to the Department of Public Safety Information Officer Fred Sato, Jerry Ramon, whom his family had reported missing for close to a month, has been found. He was found with a friend who resides in Garapan, and all is well. The family is grateful to all who helped in locating him.
Coming up, bottom-dwelling redfish is the goal in the icy fjord.
And women talk business and learn from the pros. More news is next. Stay tuned.
Trust between service provider and customer is important because it forms the foundation for a long-term positive relationship. Trust influences everything from customer satisfaction to loyalty to community relationships.
Customers provide feedback on the services they receive from us, and their experience is our success.
I recommend Docomo Pacific to a lot of people, especially if you game. If you're like me, who live basically around the internet, they really, Docomo does really care for those who are their customers.
Honestly, from where I work at, I'm a customer service, and customer service is big for me, and they meet our expectations.
One of the positives of being a Docomo customer is the service. For us as a restaurant, we focus a lot on customer service, and it's nice to see, Docomo doing the same thing.
It's clear that they've been working to deliver more value for local businesses like ours. When their internet works consistently, it fades into the background, and that's how it should be.
Hafaday Zantero. On behalf of the Northern Marianas Humanities Council, you're invited to join us for your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays at 7 p.m. here on KSPN2. We take a look at the humanities issues of interest to you and our community. Join us as we navigate the human experience together on your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays, and replayed on Saturdays at 7 p.m. and on YouTube at 670 Humanities.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Welcome back. You are watching the Monday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
Running a business, big or small, there are many laws and lots of paperwork to take care of. Best practices and guidelines are shared with the local female entrepreneurs. The Small Business Development Center Network held a 3-day workshop for women entrepreneurs this month. The theme is Fiscal Fitness, Improving Financial Health for Women in Business. Subject matter experts from both public and private sectors presented on the various processes on starting a business in the CNMI, along with bookkeeping and tax laws. From Department of Commerce, J.D. Regis.
We did go over how to establish your business by creating your articles of incorporation, articles of organization, and diving into how to create your bylaws and your operating agreement for your corporation and your LLC. I also touched a little bit on how to register a nonprofit organization and how easy it is, and how to also register a partnership if that might be the route that you want to go. And of course, to always stay in compliance and file your annual reports, because there are fees and very hefty penalties that you could face if you fail to file your annual report.
Regis shares that business owners will be able to register their businesses and file their annual report online as commerce goes fully digital by January 2026.
We already have a landing page up, and that's accessible at registrar.cnmi.gov. So you can check it out. You can see the roadmap and what to expect, and the timeline of when to expect to be able to file online.
From Berger, Comer & Associates, David Berger's teachings included information on record keeping, understanding financial statements, avoiding penalties, and doing your taxes on time. Berger stresses the importance of, quote, keeping your books straight.
Keep very good records. Make sure that you're able to find those records and understand what they are days, weeks, months later, because you're going to have to do a financial statement and you're going to have to do a tax return. And there's a possibility that your tax return would be audited, and so you need to have the proper supporting documents for your revenues and your expenses. So keep good records.
Managing partner from Arzavan Tax Law, Tina Arzavan.
We touched on some of the basics, looking at LLC versus S Corp status, and then some of the more common pitfalls that are seen in the CNMI for business owners, particularly with the IRS and Form 1040 SS, as well as foreign bank account reporting.
Best practices are shared for all entrepreneurs.
Right now the economy is really bad. A lot of businesses are struggling, and that struggle carries over into an ability to pay taxes. I would say my biggest piece of advice is be proactive about the situation and know there are alternatives that can be reached. It's never a good situation to bury your head in the sand, whether it's with the IRS or the Division of Revenue and Taxation. There are several different programs they have, whether it's an offer in compromise or currently not collectible status. It's just, look ahead and figure out how to fix the issue before it gets escalated into something more serious, like a seizure of assets or otherwise.
Tonight, we continue our series on the Big Island. No, not the Big Island of Hawaii, the bigger island of Greenland. Our Chris Nelson is fishing for some cold, hard truths in the Arctic fjords, and as you may know, he's not that good at fishing, so let's see how this turns out.
Over the years, I've told a lot of fish stories. Half woman, half fish, fishing to a great soundtrack. Sunset fishing in Hokkaido, secluded fishing in Tahiti, fishing off a pier in Istanbul, fishing in the rain at Pow Pow Beach, trolling for fish, and getting fish quickly into the cooler. We even once went fishing indoors. Don't ask about that one. As any true angler will tell you, there's a fine line between fishing and spending hours doing absolutely nothing. And my personal record, let's just say it's not exactly something to brag about. So this summer I decided to test my luck in the North Atlantic in some of the coldest water on Earth off the coast of Greenland. And let me tell you, this isn't fishing, this is catching.
Oh, and the big one.
We set out into one of Greenland's magnificent fjords, deep U-shaped valleys carved by glaciers and flooded by the sea when the ice retreated. These are nature's cathedrals of cold water, and Greenland just happens to have the two largest fjord systems in the entire world. Translation, the fishing's not bad. In Nuuk, which is the smallest capital city in the world, you quickly learn something important. If you want to go anywhere, you need a boat. And judging by the marina, it seems everybody already knows that. Our ride? A sleek Nuuk water taxi vessel, one of the top-tier boats built to handle whatever the North Atlantic throws at it. We get our safety briefing from the captain. Something about what to do if something happens. Comforting. And soon we're off, slicing through the silver water. The boat comes with survival suits, and if something really bad happens, we will put one on and wait for a helicopter rescue. The helos are even practicing nearby. I don't know if that's comforting or not. Fishing isn't just an industry in Greenland, it's the industry. It's also a favorite pastime. So why not do as the locals do and catch your dinner while exploring one of the most breathtaking landscapes on the planet? An hour into the fjord, the sky hung low and gray, the water calm, and the air just on the edge of freezing. Perfect fishing weather, or at least that's what our captain claims. So do you always catch fish here?
Every day. There is a lot of fish in this area, but in the winter there is only few fish nearby the land. But there is a lot of fish in the deeper, maybe from 200 meters.
We are positioned near the secret spot.
Usually when we go fishing here, if we want to catch some, especially redfish, we always go close to the waterfalls.
The mix of glacial melt and saltwater creates a buffet for both cod and redfish.
Often I think that the fresh water from the ice and stuff like that, and when it meets with the salty seawater here, there's a lot of very nice nutrients for the redfish. That's why we often catch them here.
Even the legendary Greenland shark, which can live up to 500 years, yes, 5 centuries, lurks in the depths below. But we were aiming for something slightly smaller and more cookable. We are after cod and redfish. The challenge, there are so many cod at the top that we have to drop our lines fast enough to skip them and get to the red ones that are deep down below. You said we're going to try and not catch
the cod? Yeah, because they are here in the surface and we want to catch the redfish down like 100 meters below. But it's very difficult to catch the redfish because there's so many cod in the sea. So often we will get them on the line before we get to the redfish. So hopefully we will catch some redfish today.
That's right. There are so many fish here you have to work not to catch them. I could get used to that. It's not long before we have a full bag. Who needs ice when the air is a brisk 40 degrees? Now that we have the catch, the next task is to clean and cook, and that will be featured in our next chapter. In Greenland, Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News.
All right.
Our series on Greenland continues as we look at tourism and more in this territory of Denmark that is getting some new global attention.
And coming up in sports, Sunday scriptures are exchanged for tea time in Greens. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style.
At Marianas Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
Premium office space available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Upgrade your work-life balance and enjoy a distinctive blend of location and nature with open spaces and ocean views. It's the perfect place for creative professionals who want real results. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
I got big dreams since like baby. I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be so stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights. I'ma need the off-whites. Play with the fire, you get burned. All of my struggles became lessons well learned. I got desires that keep me grounded, that's for sure. Cause one day we gon' make it out this earth. Where's your worth?
The king is back like prodigal. I've been gone. I gave him time, it's been too long. Politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm the headline, the deadline. Big time. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. Big time. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. I'm big time.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans! Sunday morning in the Commonwealth is usually church time, but this Sunday the church was on the fairways with sunshine, sea breezes, and a lot of hopeful swings.
Perfect weather for the Santa Soledad Church golf tournament where faith, fellowship, and a few mulligans came together at Lau Lau Bay.
They say golf can be a spiritual experience, and at Santa Soledad's Scramble, that felt especially true. After all, in a scramble, everyone plays together, which sounds about right for a church crowd with a higher calling. Tournament started off with a prayer and blessing.
Guide us as we play, grant us a good leader, and protect all the golfers on the course.
We are blessed to have such a great golfing community. As the players gathered and milled about in their carts, it was time to get some predictions, and I have a confession to make. I looked at the groups, and there were some clear-cut favorites, so I talked to them. First of all, are you missing church right now?
Yes.
Second of all, if you look into the future, what would you say is your goal for this weather with this team?
This weather and this team. So our team is solid. So we're projecting at least 21 under. In this weather, in this weather, it's gonna be soft. So we're gonna attack every hole.
Okay, yeah. 21 under. What about those are some tall words.
So I think more realistically 18 under. Yeah, 18 under.
18?
No expectations. Everyone else can put expectations on us, but we're just going to go play our game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amen.
Any words for the congregation?
Just thank you on behalf of Father Ray and Santa Soledad. Thank you for your support, and God bless.
Okay, and did you say a prayer to win last night?
I did, and we blessed our golf clubs and things like that, but we'll see.
Good luck.
Okay.
What are you predicting for score today?
Scores, well, we've been on a 4-man, we've been averaging at about 15 to 16 under. Yeah.
Does 16 under win it with Franco's group today?
16, I think they'll get 13 under today.
There's always the question of nurture versus nature. Ben Babauta nurtures good nature. I love the guy. What's your prediction on how many under you're going to be today?
Today, at least -4. That's the ask. I think if you have a chance, -6. Winning, probably -13. So good luck, guys.
Tournament tiered off with prayers, coffee, and some very optimistic warm-up swings. Spirits were high, and so were a few tee shots. Who was the team to beat? Gotta go with Franco, Father James, Dominique, and Z. Let's just call them the Dream Team for short, and also because this is a family program. They apparently skipped choir practice to work on their short game. Also, never count out any team with Tony Satur on it, still getting it done in 2025.
Hey, it's me, Tony, playing with the Nike Zoris.
Those Nike Zoris are not easy to come by. Palik Thompson has the distribution deal.
The golf shoes, where do you get them? One of a kind. I had to order it from Guam. So.
The competition would be fierce and friendly. Drives were long, putts were short, and someone definitely shouted hallelujah after a lucky chip in. Don't count out Team Hoffabean. They had a secret weapon. Secret training, that is. Now, the Taylor boys are getting ready to open up a golf simulator business right on Middle Road, and let's just say as they prepare for their soft opening, they have been, trying out the merchandise, and let's just say the training's paying off, although there have been some technical issues with some of the equipment.
Oh, come on, guys. It's so simple. Maybe you need a refresher course. Hey, it's all ball bearings nowadays.
Hoffabean got those technical issues worked out and, led by the Taylor boys, delivered with a valiant 10-hole streak of 11 under par. Here's a putt for eagle on number 5.
Yeah, baby.
Some pretty salty language for a Sunday. Hey, this isn't the Ryder Cup. Hoffabean would finish 13 under par, and that would be good for third place. Second place goes to the boys. They finished 14 under. And first place goes to the Dream Team. They had their prayers answered.
With a 16 under and a score of 56 gross. That's pretty gross. So these guys were right behind us, and they always come up. Hey, you know what? We birdied every hole so far. And then I saw Polly's ball went in the water, and I'm like, oh, sure.
Yeah, we were extra blessed today because we have Polly Balaja and our...
Banquet was held at the back of the church in Cagman. By day's end, everyone was a winner, but the Dream Team, they were the big winners. They took home $1,000. Remember to declare those winnings, fellas.
What was key out there today?
Our teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. Each of us contributed either in the drive, the approach shots, chipping, and also putting. And that gave us a lot of confidence where we're all, contributing as a team. So no stress, no pressure. Great chemistry between us all.
Faith, fun, and fairways at Santa Soledad. That's a wholly good time. Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News. Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass, and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a 20% chance of showers, gentle east winds, and low temperatures of around 79 degrees. Tomorrow, Tuesday, will be similar with a 20% chance of isolated rainfall, high temperatures of around 87 degrees in the day and lows in the upper 70s in the evening hours. The sun has set at 5:50 p.m. and will rise again tomorrow morning at 6:12 a.m. just in time for runners to run and swimmers to swim, and also time for bakers to bake and cookies to cook. It's also time for roosters to roost and dogs to hound, because in the afternoon on Saipan, hot dogs don't dog at all. They just sleep soundly in the shade. And I will see you in the water or on the land.
Well, that's news, sports, and weather. Thank you for joining us, Sinamai.
We will see you again on Wednesday.